Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are doing a live stream and we are talking all about how to grow your influence in 2020. So we are at the end of 2019 and there's a lot of strategies coming up with how to grow your influence. And if you are starting from zero, or you are just starting your business or brand, or you are just starting with whatever on any platform, I'm going to talk all about how you can grow significantly in the next few months and going into 2020 and what those new strategies are. So as you're coming in, like I said, this is a live, so be sure to let me know you're here. And let me know if you plan on growing in the next few months and you really want to explode. You want to focus on your content creation in the next year. Let me know. Give me a me or like a hands up. I plan on making this my focus. I'm so glad you're here. And if you're not already, go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit that bell so that you can be notified when I go live and do these fun trainings and stuff. Like I said, today we are talking all about how to grow your influence in the next year so that you can make a greater impact with your message and your brand. Even if that is a entertainment channel, a gaming channel, a lifestyle channel, it doesn't have to just be a how-to channel. I'm going to talk all about how we can do that today. I'm going to give you a few tips. But let's just go ahead and get rolling and go ahead and give me a like and let me know when you show up and when you're here. Okay. So first thing I want to let you know, and if you're watching, you're probably in that beginner stage of your influence, and that's okay. That's totally fine. I want you to know that the tips that I have do involve talking to an audience. And if you don't have an audience, I have tips for that. If you're just starting from zero, which if you're here, hopefully that's who you are, and this is going to help you. I want you to know that everyone has an influence over someone else, okay? You have an influence no matter where you're starting from. You are an influence in someone's life, okay? So feeling like you're starting from zero is not true. I'm just gonna tell you right now, you have an influence over someone, and I hope you're using that the right way. I hope you're a good influence over those people. But I want you to feel empowered in that you have value, that you are able to give to the world. And it doesn't matter how many subscribers or followers or views you're getting right now, because if you're creating content on a platform like YouTube, then it's evergreen content. Okay. So it is something that I want you to put value into, and I want you to take seriously no matter how many views come from it. Because if you're putting it out and there's just a few views, there's ways to optimize that and get a greater view count. But know that it is content that is going to be out there for a while, right? It's going to keep steamrolling, okay? So know that you have an influence and that you should have a purpose for every piece of content because it can grow, right? It doesn't matter what it starts at. It could be in 2 years, a 1 million view video. It doesn't have to start out that way. And that's more evergreen content instead of topical content, right? So hopefully you're making both for your channel. Sorry guys, I've been sick, so I may be coughing a little bit as I'm talking. But let's just dive into some of the tips that I want you to understand if you're starting from zero, how you can really grow your influence, okay? So start today. Just start. Oh, I don't know what to talk about. I don't know what my audience wants to hear. I just want you to know, when you are moving, movement creates clarity. If you don't know what to post, post anything. Post something. It doesn't have to be the most SEO friendly topic. I want you to start with the topics that you know well and you know that you can influence people in. Sorry, guys. You know you can help someone in, okay? Again, it doesn't matter if you're not in that perfect, what everyone talks about, you got to have like 100 to 1,000 searches per month. Those are great. But if you don't know what to post and you don't know what your audience wants to see, just start. because that's going to give you clarity. That's going to tell you, oh, that was either a terrible content topic to post on, or it's going to tell you that it did really well and that your audience really wants to see it. There were questions that came up that you can start answering, okay? You're not going to know unless you start posting. So tip number 1, start posting anything. I don't care what it is, just start. Even if the first post you make is, what do you guys want to see? I'm starting a channel, or I'm starting a, Instagram page. This is what I want to talk about. What are your questions about this topic? How can I help you? Okay, so making sure that you are actually just posting. Just post. I don't care if it's not the best topic in the world. If you're just starting out, you're not going to know what people want to see until you try something. Are we agreed on that? Okay, give me an amen. You can't just wait for the perfect topic that's going to make millions of views with your first video. It just doesn't happen, okay? And if you go back and you look at some of your favorite influencers' first post, they didn't get a ton of views. And if they did, they probably got them over time. It didn't come immediately on their first post, okay? They also didn't have perfect setups and perfect backgrounds and all the things, okay? So just start, and that will create clarity in the direction you should be going. Tip number 1. Okay, tip number 2, be consistent. Okay, and this is probably the hardest thing to do, especially for YouTube as a platform. It's a lot easier on other platforms. However, the other platforms, you have to be consistent more often, right? So for instance, Instagram, you should probably be posting daily on Instagram, including stories. So daily post on your feed and daily post in stories. So that makes it a little bit harder to be consistent on that platform. With YouTube, you can post weekly. I know I do, but you can post multiple times a week, or you could post every month, or you could post every other week, whatever the case may be. Whatever you choose, make sure it works with your pace and how you're able to be consistent. Whatever you choose, just be consistent. Like today, I have a batch of content, but I really wanted to deliver this information live, and I'm going to tell you why. It's going to be my tip number 4 in just a minute. But I wanted to deliver this content, and I wanted to do it a couple days ago, but I decided, no, I'm going to save it for Thursday, because I am consistently showing up for you guys on this platform on Thursdays and weekly on Thursdays. So whatever your pace is, find it and stick to it, commit to it, tell people about it, because the more you can tell people when you're showing up for them, the more they'll show up to see your stuff. Okay, can we all agree on that? Be consistent, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be, the suggested amount at first, as long as you're consistent. Okay, just start, be consistent. Number 3, focus on your current audience. And I think this is where a lot of beginners get tripped up, and they start overthinking the whole process of content creation. They start going on YouTube and listening to the gurus about like how to get more followers. And the bottom line is the best way to get more followers, more eyeballs on your content, is to service the ones you have. Be there, add value to the people who are currently listening to you. And you're saying, okay, but I have nobody. I'm starting from zero. I get that. Okay. That's where the other parts come in. Just start. You're going to find a following, even if it's just 5 people. Service those people. Ask them directly. DM them. What can I make for you? What are you struggling with in this area that I'm teaching? What makes you laugh? Whatever your content is, if it's gaming, what's a game that you're looking forward to coming out soon, so that you can be the first one creating content around that. Obviously, there's bigger gamers that get games before they come out. I get that. But you can be in the mindset of, as soon as this game comes out, I'm going to create content around it. Whatever your genre is, make sure that you are adding value to the people who are currently watching your content. That's how you will grow. I promise you. And that sounds so counterintuitive because you're like, I need a big following in order to make a big following. You don't. You don't. If you are adding value and servicing the people who are currently watching you, they will absolutely share your content. They will absolutely help you grow. They will absolutely talk about you, no matter how big of a content creator you are. I promise. So if you're thinking about and spending hours researching what topic to film and you haven't even posted a video yet, you guys, you're doing it wrong. You're just doing it completely wrong. It doesn't matter. If you don't have content, they will not watch you. Amen? Like, right? Can I get like, hello? So focus on your current audience and just add value there. Okay? It doesn't matter if this is something that's going to help the masses, help the people who are currently supporting you. Okay? And then your fourth tip here is what I'm doing right now. Go live. Go live. This is the main strategy of 2020 coming up, guys. Go live, make it part of your content strategy. If you are a big fan of batching your content like I am, this is something that you can still batch. You can still batch the topics you're going to talk about. You can batch the subpoints of that topic. You can batch, scheduling that. So all you have to do is just pop on and do your live, whatever the case may be. But on every single platform, lives are so important. And why is that? Because if you are subscribed to my channel and you are on YouTube, you will see when I go live. If you are on Instagram and you follow my page, you will see that I am going live. You will get that notification on Facebook. As soon as I go live, you'll get that notification. There'll be a small box. So immediately it's something that puts you in front of your current audience. Again, you're servicing your current audience with topics that they want to see, and you're going live in a way that they are able to see you immediately, right? Lives need to be a part of your strategy. And I am developing my live strategy, and I can't wait to do a video on that for you guys on how I'm developing my live strategy so that I can simultaneously go live in different places, but also show up in live format for all my different platforms. So I'm going to do a video on that in the future. I'm currently working out the kinks, but I want to show up live for all my platforms on a regular basis because it's a way to get eyeballs on my content and also to service my audience in a way that is different than my recorded videos because I'm able to answer questions immediately. I'm making that connection. I'm building my community in one effort, right? So killing two birds with one stone, feeding two birds with one seed, whatever the case may be, however you want to look at it, lives are absolutely going to add to your content. If you have questions like, hey, my content doesn't really lend itself to live because, I don't know, I'm a comedy channel and I do comedy sketches. Let's brainstorm that. There's probably plenty of ways that you could go live. No matter what content you are creating right now, there's a way to go live, I promise you. And it doesn't have to be every single week. You don't have to go live every week. I'm just telling you that lives need to be part of your strategy somehow, once a month. And that's part of my strategy that I'm working out right now is how often I should go live, what platforms I should go live, what times I should go live. And I'm going to be working out those kinks so that I can tell you guys how to implement that in your own strategy. But the bottom line is you got to go live, right? So let's recap real quick. Just start no matter what. People cannot subscribe to your channel and follow you and spread the word about you and support you if you don't have any content. So just start. It doesn't matter what you're posting, just start. Be consistent. Find a pace that works for you. It doesn't have to be what the industry standard is. Like for YouTube, it doesn't have to be twice a week. It doesn't have to be, every day for Instagram. It doesn't have to be, all these things. Whatever the industry standard is for those things and what the gurus tell you to do, it doesn't have to be that. What it has to be is consistent. And if you can't keep up with the pace that the gurus are telling you to do, then don't do it. Do a pace that you can keep up with and inform your audience about that. A lot of people who are content creators are also either running a business or they have the content they're creating is their side hustle, right? So they don't have time to keep up with the industry standard, and that's okay. I'm giving you permission to not post every single day on Instagram. I'm giving you permission to not post twice a week on YouTube. What you need to do is just find out how it can work in your schedule to be consistent at least for 3 months. Okay? If you can be consistent for 3 months, you can find traction. You can find those ideas of like, what should I post? All those things. Okay. Just start, be consistent, focus on that current audience, no matter how small they are. Stop worrying about the masses of people out there that haven't found you yet. Worry about the people who are currently coming to you for information and help. Okay. Add value to their lives. And fourth, go live. Whenever you can, try to plan some content around a live. Now, this could have been made into a video for my channel, but YouTube is one of the most amazing platforms for live because I can save it as a regular video on my channel and it can be evergreen content. So why wouldn't I turn one of my video contents once a month into a live? If it's structured the same, because I structure my lives exactly like I structure my written videos with when I do my call to actions, how I do my hook and my subpoints, and then my closing, they're all structured the same. Why wouldn't I go ahead and make it a live to where I can capture that live audience, which is super powerful, and it then turns into content for my channel, right, guys? So I encourage you, no matter what platform you're building that influence on, to go live because you immediately get in front of people's faces. You're able to make that connection when people talk to you. And if it's on YouTube, it becomes part of your content. So this is one of the strategies I'm trying out. It's a trial and error. All I know is I have to be live on all my platforms, and I'm going to figure out what strategy is going to work for me on how I'm going to do it. If I'm going to do it simultaneously, if I'm just going to work it into my schedule to go live on the regular per platform, whatever it is, I'm going to test out all the options so that I can tell you what is working best in my business, and so that I can give you guys an idea of what you guys can start with. But bottom line is, stop focusing on the masses, focus on who you have, go live for them, create that community, just start. Remember, movement creates clarity. Okay. You can't know what's working in your content if you're not creating content. Bottom line. Okay. So I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you have any more questions about this. Let me know where I can find your content and how I can support you. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell, and definitely share this with someone that you know is building an influence around their brand or business and needs a little boost and kick in the booty to get their content going and just focus on the right things of adding value to their current audience. Love you guys and keep creating. Talk to you soon. Bye.